When it comes to time travel, we have a lot of entertaining movies and series that make us curious, a lot of books, articles, and even some proven theories. But when it comes to the time machine, our concept is still at the initial stage. But even in this concept, there are some such interesting things that even great scientists like Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking have been involved in. You will find out about them in today's videos. Hello friends, I am your friend Shashi and I welcome you. Not just a documentary label but also in informative videos, even when we talk about movies. There, what happens is that the time traveler goes inside a typical time machine, the time machine starts, and then the time traveler disappears, and after a while, the time traveler reappears somewhere else. Sometimes in the Middle Ages, sometimes with dinosaurs, and sometimes just to see his own mom and dad's love at first sight. This keeps happening again and again. But if we don't call this thing exactly time travel and instead call it time teleportation, then it would be more accurate. And in movies, most of the time, what we see is actually time teleportation. Scientists don't believe that this concept will work in our real world easily, so no one has been able to prove time travel clearly yet. That's it. Even the laws of our physics allow time travel, and when we study this concept in more detail, we find some amazing answers there. Let's first understand what time travel is. What is time travel in its essence? For example, when you go from one place to another, you travel a distance and we call that distance travel. Just like we are traveling in spatial dimensions, when we travel in the time dimension, we call it time travel. And in a way, we are all already time traveling at the speed of 1 second per second, and physics says that this speed can also change. According to Einstein's special theory of relativity, your speed in the time dimension depends on how fast you are moving in space. The faster you move in space, the slower your speed in time will become. According to Einstein's general theory of relativity, gravity affects the flow of time. Desired pizza look time? There, due to that speed, a few hours passed here on Earth. It's a matter of thousands of years. And if that person comes back to Earth, we can say that he has traveled in time in the future. And this will be absolutely real. No science fiction, no paradox, just a completely real scenario, completely uncontroversial, but at the same time, it also expands our understanding of the universe. Not just in science, but it's so fascinating that even many philosophers have thought deeply about this concept. Scientists believe that going back in time can create many paradoxes. But still, scientists have worked on some ideas that theoretically make going back in time possible. In the year 1895, a physicist named Fabio Costane introduced the concept of a time travel scenario to everyone. He imagined a big cylinder which was spinning at a very high speed in space and time. Space-time was twisting around that cylindrical object. After several decades, in 1970, mathematicians discovered a similar concept which was called closed time-like curves. Closed time-like curves are a hypothetical trajectory in which if an observer keeps moving forward in time, at some point he can return to the same point in time from where it all started, because of which a loop is formed. Scientists believe that our universe is so vast that such tiny loops can easily exist here. Due to the effect of gravity, space bends, so in intense gravity, it is possible for such places to form. When the idea of closed time-like curves was explained to scientist Albert Einstein during his time, he found this idea quite disturbing. Even after this, people were still encouraged to research this idea by scientists like Lekin Isichis. After 1980, time travel started to be taken more seriously in the scientific community. During this period, many scientists around the world were publishing their research on this subject, and efforts were also being made to solve the paradoxes of time travel. Then in 1990, a new breakthrough came when Russian physicist Igor Novikov and American physicist Kip Thorne together published a dedicated article on closed time-like curves. And in that, they presented the idea of building a time machine and also explained how this machine would actually work. But there was a problem here. They also investigated a problem that arises due to time travel. Suppose you keep a time bomb in your time machine. He did time travel, and as soon as he arrived, the bomb exploded just 2 minutes after coming from the past. Now in such a case, the bomb that did time travel explodes just 2 minutes earlier in the original timeline. So if you kept any bomb in the time machine, what was it? This is a paradox. Day by day, as Vaigyaniks started working more on time travel, such paradoxes started coming up, which were shaking the foundation of their time travel machine idea. And day by day, because of this topic, Vaigyaniks' interest started to decrease. There can also be potential in this. But when someone tries to understand this in detail, then along with that, these paradoxes start to appear. Scientists believe that negative mass is needed for time travel. And according to mass-energy equivalence, we also need negative energy. Because mass and energy are two sides of the same coin. But since no one has found negative mass so far, physicists believe that a time travel machine will only work on an exotic matter, because even in normal matter, negative mass has not been found. That's what scientists believe. Wormholes are a type of tunnel, and they are a very important aspect of relativity, in which a tunnel of space-time connects points in the cosmos, but without negative mass, gravity causes this tunnel to collapse. So, to keep wormholes open, we would need an unlimited supply of negative mass, but we have not found any normal matter with negative mass so far. But in some quantum mechanics experiments, negative energy is being observed. It is possible that we may succeed there, but our needs will not be fully met by it. Maybe something will work in such a way that one end of it will be in the past and the other end will be in the future. To slow down time, there will be a black hole like an intense gravitational field at one end, and the other end will be free. So in this way, we can give time travel a chance in space. But here, the biggest problem that comes in front of us is negative mass. According to the late physicist Stephen Hawking, the problem is not how to build time travel machines. The real problem is that doing something like this is not possible at all. Some are on the microscopic scale, while others are on the cosmic scale. There is something that is protecting our past which is hidden from us. And that's why Stephen Hawking proposed the chronology protection conjecture. He said that there seems to be some kind of agency that prevents closed time-like curves from forming, which keeps the universe safe from time-traveling historians. Stephen Hawking wrote about this in a paper in 1992. The grandfather paradox is a very famous theme in time travel, but time travel is much more complicated than just this. The grandfather paradox is something like this. Suppose a person travels back in time and kills his own grandfather before his father is born. There, in a rage, he kills his own grandfather. Now, the paradox is that if the person dies in his childhood, then how will he come from the future? And if his father never existed, then how could he have been born in the first place? If he never existed, then how could he have killed his grandfather? So, the concept of a perfect birth cannot exist here without a paradox. And that's how it is. So, the philosopher Augustine Rayot from Massachusetts Institute of Technology says that this is a bit scary. He says that time travel does not only affect paradoxes, causality, and chronology. There is one more thing that makes this even more complicated, because of which even the existence of humans could be questioned, and that thing is free will. If you want to go back in time, then you won't be able to do that. But even after going there, you won't be able to kill your grandfather, nor will you be able to deliberately kill anyone. But if you accidentally die while trying to kill your grandfather, then that won't happen either. How is it possible that if you go there, it will stop you, and if something is stopping us, then are we really free? This is a very big question. Here, the solution to this could be that the timelines are different, and with every event, new timelines are created. Past is past, no one can change it. There are many such solutions, but maybe nature has made time so complex for a reason. We know very little about the rest of the dimensions. There are some higher dimensions that we can't see and we can't experience them. But the time dimension is completely different. Why can't we fully understand the time dimension yet? This also puts a big question mark on our freedom of choice. Has time been created to work differently from the rest of the dimensions of our universe? If time is so complex, then how does its mechanism work behind it? We want to travel in time, but before that, we need to understand time very well. But before that, if we look at time travel and time machines, is time itself becoming much bigger for us because of them? So, what does it mean for you? Let's find out in short. Friends, how did you like today's video? If you liked it, then please like and share it. For more such videos, subscribe to the channel and make sure to enable the notification bell. Friends, you will get such and many more informative videos soon.